Robots, we love them. We love their shiny metal faces and their little claw hands. But is there a potentially darker side to our metallic pals, and how do we make sure that robots don't turn evil? Robot technology is advancing at an incredible pace, and nowhere is that more true than in the military, where drones are already being developed that can take off, land and refuel without any human intervention.
We would like governments to start making transparent public statements about what their policies are, and then ultimately national legislation, and then a treaty banning these weapons.
The campaign to stop killer robots, led in part by AI expert Professor Noel Sharkey, thinks it's important to keep these futuristic bots tightly under human control.
What we're not doing is we're not inhibiting autonomous robots. I've been working on autonomous robots for decades. My vacuum cleaner's an autonomous robot. So there's no chance of us stopping that kind of research. The only thing we're trying to stop is the kill function. So what we don't want is weapons that once launched can engage targets and kill them without a human intervention. That's all we're trying to prohibit here.
When we think of murderous machines, we tend to think of things like the Terminator, the Cylons, Johnny Five. But how realistic is that? What will the first level of autonomous military robots actually look like?
Well, not so much walking robots, because they will fall over all the time. We're not so advanced. Though there's the Big Dog, which is very good. But the kind of things we're talking about, like DARPA, the defense wing of the Pentagon, has developed something called the Crusher, which is a research platform. And that's a 7.5-ton truck, and that's fully autonomous. We've already got autonomous drones. We've got in Britain, Tyrannus, which is a fully autonomous intercontinental combat aircraft. And the X-47B, which is from the United States, has already been tested taking off from aircraft carriers and landing. We've also got the DARPA project, which is in the second phase now of a submarine hunting submarine, which is fully autonomous and looking for diesel submarines to sink them.
The campaign reckons that the danger with these smart fighting robots is that there's no human element, and that could mean increased risk to civilians and some serious legal grey areas when it comes to the rules of war.
I found it personally terrifying to consider that people are really trying to research and develop and produce weapons that on their own can kill human beings, with no human being involved in the process other than programming the machine and letting it go. I think that crosses a moral and ethical boundary that should not be crossed. These weapons have to have, in our view, a human being who is accountable and responsible for the actions of the machine.
In Isaac Asimov's sci-fi stories, robots are programmed not to harm humans. I wanted to know whether a globally agreed robot code could keep these machines on the right side of evil.
Isaac Asimov, if you actually read the novels, everybody cites the laws, but if you read the novels, he uses those as a ploy to show how they don't work. You can fool a robot into murdering people quite easily. But I would like it because the first law is you must not cause a human to come to harm.
Regulating robots seems to make sense, but could there be a hidden downside? If you look at the history of technology, many significant developments have been triggered by military advances, where loads of money is spent on creating new systems and machines. Without that military momentum, is there a chance that the world of tech could suffer overall? Do you think military robots should always remain under human control? Let me know. I'm Luke Westray for CNET, reporting from London.